Sup bro? So today I got my new solid state drive in and I want to show you how to put it into this PC. Alright, so first let's start with the things we need to have. So there's 4 things that need to be had, which you can see right now on your screen. That is, you need the solid state drive, and then you need 2 cables, one SATA cable that goes from the solid state drive to your motherboard that gives it the ability to talk to your motherboard and thus to your computer, your CPU, and then you need another SATA cable that's a power SATA cable that one goes from your solid state drive to your power supply unit to make sure that they both turn on. Then you also need these 4 screws. That is if you want to make sure you mount it to the side of your computer. Now if your computer has holding bays, then you can just slide it into the holding bays. This kind of case to case basis, I have one that needs these screws, so I will be showing you how to do it the screw way. Alright, so the first step is to disconnect your computer from your power source and disconnect everything else you have on your computer. You want that computer back to be completely empty, nothing on it, no power going in, no power coming out, nothing that can possibly harm your computer. You need to completely disconnect it, shut it down, disconnect everything. Next, you want to take off your front and side and back panel. Make sure you take both side panels off. That way you're able to get access to everything we're going to need to get access to today. Alright, the next step is a pretty simple step. On my computer, as you can see right now, I have one solid state drive already installed onto it. So what I'm going to do is on the bottom part, I'm going to install my other new solid state drive. So I'm going to take off this little metal thing and I'm going to connect my solid state drive into that. That way I have it in the place it's going to be at and I can combine all the cables with it. To mount this, all you have to do is line up the holes on the solid state drive for screws with the holes on the little metal bracket and then tighten them up. Super simple. And then once you get that done, we want to connect the cables. Remember, we have 2 cables, one bigger SATA cable that is the power cable. That one's the longer one that kind of has an L shape to it. And then we have our communication SATA cable that goes from the hard drive into the motherboard. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect both of those. The little one should clip in when you put it in. You should hear a little click once it goes in. And the bigger one, you kind of have to scoot in. It doesn't click, but you can feel it be in there nice and snug. You're going to get both of those in. That way we can slide it into place and be able to tighten it up and be so that all the cables are in the right place and we have an easier time cable managing. Then after we do that, we want to make sure we put our little block back on the back panel or the back side of our computer just so that it's in a nice snug fit. Alright, finally, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to wire these through to the other side of our computer because we are on the back end. We want to push them out to the front end where they can meet our motherboard and our power supply unit. First, we're going to go to the motherboard and we're going to take the little SATA cable that has the small L and then we're going to connect that to our next drive on our computer. So mine, it would be drive 1 because I connected my first SATA SSD onto drive 0 and then I'm going to connect this one until the next one, which you can see right now. And then that will allow for my SSD to go into my motherboard and that they can communicate. But now I need power on there. So I'm going to take my SATA cable, which should be the big I believe it's a 9-pin connector that's going to be on there, and I'm going to go find the area that says SATA on my PSU and connect it right there, and boom, you're done. It is all set up. You are connected. You have done it. You have installed your hard drive. Now we have to make sure we can format it the right way. So let's get to formatting. So formatting is actually really easy. All you have to do this is first click the start button and type in control panel. Then you're going to want to modify the look of your control panel from category to large icons and then click the administrative tools part. Once that is clicked, then you go into computer management. This will then open up a bigger window and you will, on the right side, you will click disk management just one time. This will pop up the disk that is currently not installed. It'll be called disk 1 or disk 2, or depending on which which SATA bar you put it in. If you put it on the third one, it'll be disk 3. It'll show it to you right there, and you want to leave it exactly as is, GPTT. That'll give you the best performance. If you have a hard drive, you might want to go with the other one, but this is what you need for this one right now, and just click OK. Now we see here that disk 1 has been added, and we have a black bar over it. That's because it's not formatted yet. We just made our computer recognize it. Now the formatting begins. So you're going to want to right click wherever your new disk is at, either where it says disk 1, disk 2, disk 3. And then you're going to get a little bar options, and you're going to want to click the one that says new simple volume. This will get us ready to start formatting the drive. On the next window, you're going to want to click next, and then the window after that, you will click next again. This next window is the one where you can assign your letter to your drive. I'm going to keep it as D drive because that's usually the second drive we see. You can put it to whichever one you want, and then you can click next. After that, you're going to see this area right here, what format you want to do. You want to use NTFS and leave it at allocation unit default. The only thing you may want to change here is the volume label. In the volume label, you can put whatever you want to name your SSD. I'm going to call it SSD2 just so that I can have a good volume of it, and then click next. Oh, I forgot one thing. Perform a quick format. You want to make sure you perform a quick format. Quick format is the way to go. It'll make everything just easier and simpler to do. And then you just click finish. Click that finish button. Once that button is clicked, then you just have to wait for it to get formatted. It may take a few minutes here, so just let it go at your own pace. Alright, and finally this will pop out, and it's going to say healthy basic partition, select what happens to removable drivers, and you're all good. You're all set. You can open the folder to view files. There's going to be nothing on it, and your hard drive, your SSD, is all set up. I hope this helped you guys. If you guys did figure out how to do this with this video, please drop me a like, subscribe if you haven't done so. Me and my brother love talking gaming, love talking streaming, love the community, and love everyone around it. So I hope you guys enjoy it too. Leave a like, comment if you haven't done so already, what SSD you're using. I will leave a link in the description to the SSDs I have, and I will also leave a link to the 2 cables you might need in case you want to use them. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. See you guys later. We are brothers, we are gamers. See you soon. Goodbye.